Hello and welcome to physicscatlas.com. Let's begin with a question. In first part of the question, we have to explain the statement correctly. The statement is to call a dimensional quantity large or small is meaningless without specifying a standard for comparison. Now, the given statement is correct because measurement is basically a comparison process. But without specifying standard for comparison, it is not possible to get an exact idea about the magnitude of the dimensional quantity. Now, for example, we say that mass of Earth is very large. Now, this statement is meaningless. We all know that mass of Earth is large, but in comparison of what? Are we comparing it with another planet, for example Jupiter or Sun? Obviously, mass of Earth is very small in comparison to Jupiter or Sun. So, in this statement, we have to specify in comparison to what or in comparison to which object we are trying to say that mass of Earth is large. So to correct the statement, we can say that mass of the Earth is large or in fact very large in comparison to any object that lie on its surface. So we are comparing mass of Earth with the objects that lie on its surface, and definitely mass of Earth is very large in comparison to anything that lie on its surface. Now in second part of the question, we have to rephrase the statements. Now consider the first statement, which states that atoms are very small objects. Yes, atoms are small, but we cannot just state small. To get an idea of how small, we have to tell about the object we are comparing it with. Now, atoms are so small, even if we compare it to the size of a needle tip or a grain of sand. So, the correct statement might be the size of atom is much smaller than even the sharp tip of a pin. Now the second statement is a jet plane moves with a great speed. Again, the comparison is missing here. So we can rephrase the statement as a jet plane moves with a speed greater than that of a super fast train. So here we are comparing speed of jet plane with that of a super fast train. Now, the third statement is the mass of Jupiter is very large. Again, this statement is incomplete. We are stating that mass of the Jupiter is very large, but we have not talked about the comparison. In comparison of which object, which planet, we are comparing the mass of Jupiter. So, the correct statement could be the mass of Jupiter is very large compared to that of Earth. So here, while writing the statement, you can compare the mass of Jupiter with that of the Earth. Now the fourth statement is the air inside this room contains a large number of molecules. We all know air inside any room consists of large number of molecules, but comparison is missing here in this statement. So we can rephrase this statement as the air inside this room contains more number of molecules than 1 mole of air. So we are making comparison of the amount of air inside the room with 1 mole of air. Now fifth statement is a proton is much more massive than an electron. This statement does not need any rephrasing because we are already comparing the mass of proton with that of an electron, and definitely proton has more mass than that of an electron. Now sixth statement is speed of sound is much smaller than the speed of light. Again, this statement does not need rephrasing as we are comparing speed of sound with that of light and we do not require any change.